Writer PH Studios.
Get to suggest mga kung ano man ang gusto niyo lutuin sa show and ano yung mga na-suggest niyo na.
Actually, in terms of suggestions, no, because these recipes um, are really deeply thought of by the clients. So they give us the recipes, but what I love about these recipes is that yun nga, tulad ng sinabi ni Miss Pasco kanina, na yun nga, nauubusan talaga tayo ng mga ideas. So you're asking her kanina, parang, okay, so ano nang maibibigay nyo this season? The great thing with cooking is that there are so many things you can do. The possibilities are endless. And it's great because every time Jose and I come together to cook a recipe, even we are constantly learning and discovering something new. Pwede palang ganito. Okay to Actually, it's funny. I'm guilty of going home right away, buying the ingredients, and repeating kung ano man niluto namin sa araw na yon, and cooking it at home for my family. Because I'm so hungry to cook something new, to try something new. And yeah, through our recipes here, I'm sure kung ganito na yung nararamdaman ko, paano pa kayo mga kapuso natin na manonood?
Okay, si Jose naman.
Yeah, I think Sir Eugene, I think Iya said everything correctly, and I think she put everything together na itong mga recipes na hinanda ng Aji for this season to talagang sobrang sarap, as in talagang kakaiba siya. And the good thing about it, it's really budget friendly, and syempre kayang-kayang gawin ng mga kapuso viewers natin at home na hindi siya ganun kamahal, very quick siya. So it's really fun, the recipes for this season, and we added some different, hindi na kailangan lagyan ng twist po, Sir Eugene, kasi sa recipes pa lang sobrang panalo na eh. I mean, I've had some times na, like for example sa unang hirit, I add mga small tweaks to the recipe to make it special. But ito, yung mga hinanda namin or the recipes for this season, sobrang panalo na kaagad eh. Wala ka nang kailangang baguhin. So we have tried some of the recipes. So talagang Sir Eugene, talagang panalo talaga siya. And just to add one more thing, as you said, as a chef, it's a continuous learning process. Even like me, I'm a chef, I still like learn new things pa rin, and like new combinations of different ingredients every day or when I cook. So it's been a fun experience so far, 2 seasons, and I'm really just enjoying learning new things together. Diba? Yeah.
Yes.
Well, okay, congrats and good luck sa inyong second season.
Thank you.
Thank you po, Tito Eugene. Our next question will come from Ketati Bayan of 24 Oras.
Ay nako, wag na yan. Next,
What's up,
please.
What's up?
Congrats. Siyempre, ang ating inspiration, ang inspiration ng marami, ng mga mommies itong si Iya at ang kapusuhang chef natin na si Jose. From the title itself, no, eat well, live well, stay well. Pero were there moments in your life, Iya and Chef Jose, when you guys were a lot younger na you felt unhealthy, and yung feeling na hindi kayo in your most perfect health condition, and how did it humble you to have a healthier lifestyle? We'll start with you, Iya.
Actually, not even when I was younger. To this day, I still have bad weeks na guilty ako na, okay, medyo nag-splurge ako itong week na to, medyo hindi ako masyado naging maingat sa mga kinakain ko, medyo masyado ako nag-indulge sa mga ganito. And I mean, one, you see it when you look at yourself in the mirror. And two, you really feel it. Hindi maganda yung feeling. Well, first of all, you feel so disappointed with yourself. And then you just feel bloated. You feel a little heavier, and it just doesn't feel good. So it's always nice to give yourself another chance. I mean, it's nice to enjoy those little breaks. But it's also always nice to get back on track with better eating habits. And it's always nice kapag may kadamay ka. Para you don't feel like, ay, ang lungkot naman sila, enjoy sila sa mga kinakain nilang dyan. And then you feel like you're depriving yourself. So it's always nice when you have someone else on the same journey. Yeah, but it feels so good when you take in better food. It feels good, and it's greater when it tastes good. because I know that a lot of people feel na okay, parang ang hirap ata to eat healthy and to eat clean because hindi masaya ang pagkain kapag masyado malinis. No, there's a way where you can actually enjoy healthy food.
Thank you, Iya. Chef.
I think agree din ako kay Iya. I think the misconception of being, eating healthy food is hindi siya ganun kasarap, hindi siya ganun ka-exciting. But I think Iya really put a good emphasis on that, na you can actually make healthy food really taste like regular yummy food na which we're all used to. So, and I think especially yung fitness din natin is very important na I guess katayin, my group naman sila Rojun, sila Raver, it's our lifestyle na rin. We've been always working out ever since talaga. Pero I always tell people na it's not just the workout, it's also what you put into your tummy. So it goes both ways. It's the workout and your diet. So if you really want to see like a difference in terms of like changing your body into your better physique which you want, hindi lang sa workout, kailangan sa food din. Kasi usually tendency, nag-workout naman ako, I can eat whatever I want. Parang hindi nagbabalance lang siya. But if you really want to see the difference talaga, it's the workout plus a healthy diet at the same way.
At saka alam mo Kata, recipes, good food can be so simple pala. As I got more comfortable and confident working in the kitchen, I discovered na it doesn't even have to be so complicated for it to be a good dish. It can just be green bell peppers and onions, and if it's seasoned well, that alone already tastes good. Dati kasi akala ko, okay, parang kailangan maraming sahog, kailangan maraming ganito. Hindi. You just need to cook it well, season it well, and you can have a really good and simple meal.
Iya, since mommy ka rin, alam kong mahirap magpakain ng bata ng something healthy, vegetables. How do you do it? What's your advice to mommies na hirap din na magpakain ng mga kids ng something?
Tell me about it, Kata. I know what you mean. But I guess I'm really lucky that I have shows like this where I get to learn these new recipes and I get to try these recipes with my own children. So, I discovered that as long as it's seasoned well and it's cooked right and you have good produce, it's gonna come out good. It's gonna may nagkahay dito. It's gonna come out good. It's going to taste good. And if it tastes good, hindi ka na mahihirapan na ipakain sa mga anak mo. Yun yung na-discover ko. Gusto mo may nakikihay dito.
Thank you, Iya. Hi!
Nakikita mo ba?
What's your favorite food from mommy?
Hindi ka niya naririnig. Oh, girl love.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Iya. Thank you so much, Chef Jose. I'll ask question ng kay Miss Justin Pasco.
Yes po, hello.
Ma'am, congratulations po sa panibagong season. But how would you rate po the first season? How would you assess the performance of the first season?
Actually, for this first season of Eat Well, Live Well, and Stay Well, it was well received by the audience. It was evident through the good ratings, and also we received a lot of good comments and a lot of love from our Filipinos that sent us messages in Facebook and Instagram, and there were also some requests for a second season. So ito na po, ito na po ang inyong second season ng cooking show.
Congratulations to many more seasons to you,
Yes.
Iya and Chef Jose. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kata. I miss you.
If you do.
May reunion po. Thank you, Ms. Kata. Ang next question po natin ay from Maine Aquino of GMA website. Hello, Maine.
Hello po. Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon.
For my first
Afternoon.
question po, I would like to ask Miss Deborah Fajarda of Ajinomoto.
Alright, hi, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon. Ang question ko po is, Ajinomoto has been promoting umami as the fifth basic taste energy enhanced addition. This contributes to the Filipino food culture.
All right. So, actually, umami has always been part of the Filipino food culture. We just, in our own language, we're just referring to it as something as malasa or malinamnam. In fact, when we eat adobo cooked with soy sauce, chicken tinola seasoned with patis, or our vegetable pinakbet, sauteed in tomatoes and bagoong, superbly rich and savory taste that we enjoy is in fact umami. So, it has been a part of the Filipino culture since then.
We've been hearing naman po na Ajinomoto umami seasoning as an aid in sodium reduction. Can you elaborate on this po, ma'am?
Okay, so when it terms on that, the Ajinomoto umami seasoning really does help in reducing our sodium consumption without affecting yung deliciousness of the dishes. Kasi when there's a common notion na kapag sinabi natin na reduced sodium, pabawasan yung alat, so most probably hindi siya masarap. But the Ajinomoto umami seasoning does it in a way na hindi maapektuhan yung deliciousness ng ating dishes. And monosodium glutamate, Ajinomoto umami seasoning, only contains 1/3 of the amount of sodium that is found in salt. So when MSG is used along with a very small amount of salt, it can reduce total sodium content in a recipe by 20% up to a maximum of 60% while still maintaining yung desired flavor ng ating dishes. So how does the MSG do this? So MSG intensifies yung umami in the dish and harmonizes all flavors that is present in there, thereby improving the flavor of the dish while reducing the need for salt. So that's what we mean when we say that umami seasoning or the Ajinomoto umami seasoning is a sodium reduction tool that every home cooks can use as an aid for healthier eating habits sa mga kusina nila.
Thank you so much po, ma'am. My next question po is for Miss Iya and Chef Jose.
Yes.
Question ko po is, ano po yung nagbago sa cooking and eating habits ninyo since you joined the show?
Oh, wow. Eating habits, well, wala namang nagbago kasi ever since masarap talaga ako kumain. And I think my bosses in GMA can attest to that. From Taste Buddies to Mars Mamor, masarap talaga kumain. But what has changed are my cooking habits. I I have definitely become so much more confident and comfortable being in the kitchen. Um, Dati talaga parang feeling ko nagpo-procrastinate pa ako eh, parang oh nakakatamad. But now it's such a joy to be in the kitchen, and even if I don't know or have nothing exactly prepared, like kunwari, okay, I don't what are we gonna do today? I look forward to the experimenting, as in ganun nakalakas ng loob ko. I'm not afraid to veer away from the recipe and to experiment and try something new. So that is what I feel has changed in terms of cooking habits.
For me, it's just, finding out these new recipes na sobrang sarap and sobrang dali na kayang-kaya natin gawin sa bahay natin. Kasi parang, as a chef, I've tried lots of, cooking different kinds of recipes, different kinds of food. But then, with these recipes that we're learning sa Aji, parang sobrang sarap niya. Sin ang dami like my grandma asked for the recipe, my family, my friends, may mga nag-DM sa akin sa Instagram na, Chef, ang galing, sobrang sarap na pod ko yung recipes. So, parang point ko naman sa question, was more of like parang I think people really appreciate these recipes kasi sobrang dali niyang gawin and syempre of course it's really budget friendly. So it's also a good way na for me as a chef like, oh, we can do this pala with an eggplant.
Yeah.
Oh, remember Iya, we had one, well, abangan niyo yung episode na yun, very simple, but we made it really yummy and good. You're like, oh, pwede pala gawin yan. So stuff like that. So as a chef, I said, it's still something new to me. It's always a learning process and I'm always open to like, finding out new ideas for a certain ingredient like an eggplant or like anything basically. Tokwa, which you can make it really super yummy and healthy.
Totoo. I'd like to add that many times when we're cooking in the Aji kitchen, it's like, huh? Yun lang yung ginamit. Parang after eating it, we'd be like, wow, this tastes so good. Teka, sa'yo, oyster sauce lang yun. Yun lang yung ginamit natin, di ba?
Yeah.
Pero bakit ganito? Parang it tastes so good. Parang it's almost like we can't believe that it just took this one ingredient to make it taste so good. Kaya yun yung mga nakakatawang mga discoveries namin na ngayon, ma-apply din namin sa bahay at ma-apply din ng mga manonood.
Next naman po is ano yung na-discover niyo sa isa't isa after working for now second season na po ng Eat Well?
Ang galing na si Iya magluto. Parang di niya na ako kailangan.
Magaling din ako mga Alaska. I think yun yung na-discover din ni Jose.
But it's fun. I mean, working with Iya for the second season, it's always been, wala kaming dull moments. We always find ways to pag medyo tenga muna kami, we always find the conversation to talk about whether it's cooking, it's music, it's lifestyle, it's whatever. So, I guess, we really jive together and there's really, as I said, no dull moment. And especially if you're working with someone like that in the kitchen, in a cooking show, it's always fun naman talaga.
Yeah, super fun working with Jose and so easy. And I love that, yun nga, because he's a chef, kung ano mang mga katanungan ko sa kusina, at least I know that I have him that I can ask.
Okay, thank you so much and congratulations on the new season po.
Thank you.
Thank you, Maine. Our next question po will come from Sir Robert Regentina of Manila Bulletin. Hello, Sir Robert.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hello.
Hello po. First question to a representative from Ajinomoto po. Okay, my question is, since you have received suggestions from the viewers, ano po yung pinag-aaralan yung suggestion na gusto nyong gawin sa show in the future? What are these suggestions po ba?
Hi, hello, Sir
Yes
Robert.
po.
Thank you
Yes
for
po.
the question. For the suggestions from our different viewers, no, I think this will be, more of ano din kasi siya, new recipe ideas lang din po talaga. So,
Okay.
pag dyan, right now, technically we already have a lot of different ideas if you visit our website, things like that. So basically what we do kasi for this is tinatime din po namin siya. So kunwari ito will have rainy season. So ano bang bagay, ano bang bago, something like that. So based dun sa mga nire-request nila, we have that. We already have the new and big collection of recipes that they want to see. It's just that for this type of show, we try to binabagay sa panahon po. Yes, yun.
And Miss Justine, wag natin kalimutan ang mga Korean-inspired na recipes.
Yes, very interesting. Korean
Meron din, may
Thai.
bibimbap kami.
Ang dami.
Yes, para
Okay.
syempre dapat in trend tayo.
Okay, thank you, Miss Justin. And then to Miss Iya and Jose, ano bang mga favorite food nyo ngayon? I'm sure nag-iiba-iba tayo ng paborito sa pagkain. Pero these days, ano ba yung mga paborito nyo pagkain?
Oh, wow.
Good question. I'm easy, Sir Robert. As a chef, I'm not really picky naman. I can attest to I eat healthy, pero like on those days, I still enjoy a cheeseburger. I still enjoy fried chicken, but usually it's more of vegetables, fish, and chicken talaga here sa condo ko. So I just like add flavors to it to spice it up or add more flavoring. Of course, using Ajinomoto. But yeah, basically more vegetables, fish, chicken, and fish, chicken, and vegetables probably.
Ako, my go-to recently has been, it's a big bag of chicken vegetable pot stickers. So para siyang dumpling.
Okay.
Actually, it's Ajinomoto. So you can buy this big pack from SNR. And it's my go-to. Ang sarap niya. As in, hindi mo kailangan ng dipping sauce. Iluluto mo lang sa tubig. Parang halos, you'll let it cook in boiling water and then let the boiling water dry out and then pretty much just sear the outside para may konting brown. Oh my goodness, yun yung favorite ko ngayon. Now that you asked, parang I was thinking, ano ba yung, eto, yan talaga yung go-to these days. Kapag wala akong maisip, na parang I wanna eat something, pero di ba madalas nangyayari yun, parang you wanna eat but you don't know what you want to eat, tapos hanap ka ng hanap, parang titikman ka nito, parang hindi ito eh, parang hindi ako na-happy dito eh. Yun talaga, parati ako na-happy doon sa pot stickers.
Okay, throwback ng konti. During the pandemic, since ang hirap natin gumalaw nung lumabas, ano yung mga madalas niyong lutuin sa house, sa condo, during those days?
Well, I just moved out last year, so I'm living alone. So I was telling Ian nga, it was so challenging nung una kasi parang sanay ako like living in a house with a family. Pagising mo, may mga meals na, may mga sinig na, or may mga pork chops, stuff like that. But now, like living alone, it's challenging din. Even being a chef, you kind of have to really come up with things na hindi ka masasawa. But usually, what I do, big breakfast ako usually. It's either oatmeal or French toast or fruits or eggs or bagels, stuff like that. So medyo heavy brunch na ako doon. And then merienda na ako, like a snack before I work out. Pwedeng fruits din or pwedeng protein shake. And then after ng workout, yung dinner ko medyo light na yun. Yun yung mga siguro mga salmon steak or salad. So may pagka-healthy pa. But yun nga, there's still sometimes, Sir Robert nga, I still crave for mga yun nga, mga cheeseburgers, mga pizza. Hindi talaga mawawala talaga sa akin.
Okay.
Ako, mga madalas, there was a time na madalas ako gumawa ng donut dito sa bahay. We would make donuts, we would make cookies. Ano pa ba? A lot of the baked stuff. That's what we would make a lot of during quarantine. Tapos yung iba, syempre, ang mga padala. So, ini-enjoy ko yung mga pa-quarantine na give ng mga ibang tao dyan. Yan.
Okay, for my last question, was there a time or moment ba na you were eating something na hindi nyo alam kung ano yun, but then when you found out, gusto nyo himatayin na yun pala yung kinakain nyo, parang ganun.
Yeah.
Napayaki kayo na ano yun? Pwede konting kwento.
Hindi ko kaya kumain ng ox tongue or dila ng baka. Ano bang lengua, mga ganon, lengua. Okay. Hindi ko kaya, parang feeling ko nakapasok yung dila ng baka sa bibig ko. Hindi ko kaya. So yeah, yun siguro yung parang yung medyo nagki-cringe ako ng very light. Nagki-cringe ako ng very light. Oo. I mean, kahit sabihin mo masarap. Kapag pumasok na sa isip ko, hindi ko
nadila
nakaya.
Siya or okay.
Mas gusto ko hindi ko na lang alam.
Lengua pala yung ayaw mo kasi. Ako wala naman, Sir Robert. Parang ang only siguro wildest thing na try ko was when I was in Japan, when we were vacationing in Maria. Kumain kami ng chicken sashimi. So, I think nakwento ko to last season din sa press con din namin. She made me try. This place is just known for chicken sashimi lang. So not like Japanese restaurants here. It's a hodgepodge of everything. May tempura, may sashimi, may yakitori. Yung mga restaurants sa Japan, it's just one place for one particular thing talaga. So this place specialized in chicken, and she wanted to try chicken sashimi. But of course, as a chef, I know eating raw chicken, it's that's salmonella. You can't eat raw chicken.
Yes.
Of course, Maria was saying, no, our chickens here in Japan are different, blah, blah, blah. Kailangan mo i-try ito. So eventually, I did try it after a 10-minute debate with her about not eating raw chicken. And yun, I survived naman. So yun, chicken sashimi.
Hindi na naulit yun.
One time and done.
Okay, thank you guys.
May mga ganyan, no, na parang okay ng isang beses. At least nasabi mo nang nasubukan mo, but hindi na mauulit.
Yeah, true.
Okay, congratulations again. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you po, Sir Robert. Ang susunod po na magtatanong ay si Sir Nestor Cortero.
Hi.
Na actually, birthday po niya
Hi.
today. Happy birthday.
Oy, happy birthday.
Thank you. Salamat. Thank you.
Happy
Ian, natawa naman ako dun sa remark mo about the tongue of the ox in your mouth, no?
Yung kasi diba, parang yun talaga yung naiisip ko na hindi ko kaya talaga.
Yeah, parang nakikipag-lips to lips ka dun sa baka, no?
Yes! Di ba minsan yung mga lengua, medyo buo pa talaga siya. Hindi siya yung mga nakaslice. Kapag mga nakaslice, hindi ko mahahalata eh. Pero kapag medyo buo-buo yung lengua, parang, teka lang, parang alam ko
Yeah.
to eh.
Yeah.
Hindi.
I get that drift. Anyway, Pia, you already have been lined up as a lifestyle talk show host, no? This is you're happy with this career path. You're happier with this career path.
I'm very happy with this career path. I'm very, very happy. And it's funny because, when I entered the industry, I never intended for it to be a career of mine. I really wanted to be a singer and a dancer. But sabi ni Lord, hindi yan para sa'yo. And led me to this. And I love it. And I really feel so lucky and so blessed to be here and to still be enjoying what I'm doing.
Do you not anymore think of acting as a career?
I mean, yeah, I still would. When given the opportunity and when given the right opportunity, yeah, it's definitely something I would still do.
What about Jose? Will you want to be an actor too? You seem to be good looking enough to be one.
Thank you for the compliment. Yeah, if I think my main goal talaga is to become a celebrity chef talaga, na really well-known celebrity chef. That's why I moved to first to GMA with Artist Center. And I think yung plan talaga nila Miss Tracy for me was to really push yung pagka-chef ko talaga, kasi mas nakikater yung career path ko dito sa GMA in terms of the shows, because there's more culinary shows or lifestyle shows which I really want to do. But I think same with Iya, if there's an offer naman pag-teleserye and do a show, I'm willing to do it naman, because I've also just finished doing workshop with Anna Fillet. So I did 2 sessions with there's acting workshop. So if there's a right role that comes in or comes my way, I don't mind naman acting pa rin po.
That's good. Yeah, I thought you were an actor. I think actor ka dati, di ba?
Yes, in my previous network, I was there talaga, but I was more of an actor talaga there. They never really utilized me as a chef doon sa kabila. But now here with GMA, talagang pinupush talaga yung chef career ko, which I really personally also want talaga.
All right. May I ask the ladies from Ajinomoto this question? Yung word na umami, saan ba nanggaling yun? Where did it come from? Umami. Suddenly we have this word in our midst, and we use it like anything. What does it really mean? Where did it come from?
Si Miss Janice ba?
Yes, please.
Miss Justine?
Sige. Okay, so umami actually comes from 2 Japanese words. Umai, which means delicious. And then the other one is mi, which means taste. So basically, umami is actually delicious taste.
Yung Ajinomoto, okay. We used to just call it vetsin. So what happened to the word vetsin? It became umami in the long run. What happened?
For this one, I'm sorry. I'll ask help from our nutritionist, Debbie. Because this is more sort of a technical also. Apologies.
Why? I was wondering why we evolved, why we changed the name from vetsin. When we were growing up, it was just vetsin, to spice up, to improve, to enhance the taste of food. Suddenly, it became umami. What does it mean?
Vetsin is also the same as MSG, right?
Actually, umami is the 5th basic taste. It's the taste that we are referring to. But when we say vetsin, it is the seasoning. Actually, vetsin was a brand of a seasoning, which is Ajinomoto is a brand of a seasoning, of umami seasoning as well. So Ajinomoto umami seasoning is giving off that umami taste. So we aren't actually changing the word umami because technically ang umami po ay fifth basic taste. So kasama siya ng sweet, sour, salty, and bitter. But Ajinomoto is the purest umami seasoning that gives off that fifth basic taste that we are referring to as umami.
What is the fifth basic taste? I'm sure we have experienced it. Kaya lang hindi ko alam na yun pala yun. How does it taste?
Yes. Ang umami po
It's not sweet, it's not bitter, it's not sour.
Yeah,
What
it's
is
not. It's not. For
What is it?
well, for something to be considered as a basic taste, hindi siya dapat maging resulta when you combine that any other basic taste that we have. So when we say basic taste siya, pag pinagsama mo si sweet and sour, hindi siya dapat magre-resulta sa isa pang taste. So dapat totally independent siya. Ang umami, which is the fifth basic taste, is ito yung pag sinabi natin or tinanong mo yung isang tao, anong lasa nito? Yun yung lasa na sinasabi natin na malinamnam, malasa, but we cannot say na maasim siya or maalat siya. It is totally something that is well-rounded in your tongue. Like for example, if you eat pizza, you wouldn't say na maalat siya. Or when you eat mushroom, you cannot say na maalat, matamis, mapait, or ano siya, or kung anong taste siya. When we usually eat those food, we always say, malasa siya, masarap siya, malilamnam siya. So that is what we call the umami. Kung ano yung linamnam at yung sarap na nalalasahan natin, that is different from the four basic tastes that we know.
So para siyang X factor. Hindi mo siya mag-identify kung ano siya
Pero
talaga,
masarap.
Joe. Oo.
It's that's what we call it in our terms as malinamnam at malasa. Ganon natin siya dinedescribe in our own language. Kasi there are foods that you cannot really say maalat siya, matamis, bitter. It's hindi mo siya makategorize dun sa four. Actually, ang umami has been recognized as a fifth basic taste just in 2000, but it has been around since 1908. So there has been a lot of studies on it, and it was actually well studied throughout the years, and may nakita ng mga umami receptors throughout our tongue. That's why when we taste yung umami, well-rounded siya pagdating sa dila natin, and all just we can say is just malasa siya, masarap siya, malinamnam. So ganun natin siya dinedescribe.
Okay, Jose, being the expert here, no, you are the chef, no? Umamin ka nga, ano ang lasa ng umami?
Umamin ka sa umami.
I think it's the flavor. It's more of an expression. It's umami. It's there's really no particular, as Miss Deborah nga put it nga, it's not a specific thing. I think it's just the way to it's another flavor. It's another element that brings out in the dish. Parang ganun, Sir Nestor. Parang it's not really, it's the fifth taste basically nga. So parang for me, parang talagang it just brings out a different flavor sa kinakain mo sa dish. For me, yun yung way na
Miss Deborah, hindi siya matamis, hindi siya maasim, hindi siya mapait, hindi siya whatever, no? Hindi ko, well, but a combination of all four, you saying?
No, it's
Right.
not. It cannot be a combination of all four. Kasi if it's gonna be a combination of the other basic tastes, hindi siya mako-consider as a basic taste. It is totally an independent taste that you cannot get even if you combine the four other basic tastes. Like for example, sir, you eat a cherry tomato, and then you eat siya for 30 seconds, and then malalasahan mo yung umami niya. Kung ano talaga yung lasa ng umami. That's when kasi ang umami is something that you have to experience para masabi mo na it's really not any of the four basic tastes that we know.
Parang I feel like
X-factor
it's hard. Parang it's hard to explain it because it's a taste of its own.
Yes, it's
Diba?
really a taste of its own.
Yeah.
Maybe you should try and cook something like that and have us taste them, okay?
Sige.
Okay, thank you very much.
Happy
Thank
birthday.
you.
Thank you po, Tito Ness.
Thank you, Seth. Thank you, Iya.
Ang next po natin na magtatanong ay si Sir Richard Paglikawan of Lionheart TV. Hello po, Sir Richard. Sir Richard?
Hello. Sorry, hindi ako naka-camera. So, my question is, mahilig ako manood ng mga anime na may kinalaman sa food. One good thing kasi with these animes, it's beyond food. They also share stories. So, for Iya and Chef Jose, personally, ano yung food that will remind you of your childhood? And what's your taste of the moment? Parang current favorite food? Thank you.
Oh my goodness.
That you or me?
Sige, ikaw na muna. Nag-iisip pa ako eh.
Ako, I think for some reason, ever since growing up, pancakes talaga. I think one of the first first thing I made when I was, I think, 5 years old was pancakes. I think it was one of the first things my mom taught me how to make kasi sobrang easy ng pancakes. May mga shapes pa siya, different figures. So parang, I think for me, growing up, pancakes will always be one of the dishes which always reminds me of my childhood and where I really parang started my love or had my direction in life in terms of trying to become a celebrity chef. So I think pancakes, if I got your question, if I answered your question correctly, kung ano yung childhood dish which I still love today, would be pancakes talaga.
For me, my childhood dish, I think, is torta. Tortang giniling. And adobo. Tortang giniling and adobo. I think those are my childhood dishes. Kasi parang tortang giniling, it's so easy to make, but it's so filling. Because it's like it's your basic egg, but not so basic kasi may kasamang giniling the beef. So yeah, I would have to say that because it's so easy, but it's definitely, it has been my go-to ever since until now.
Mag-incorporate din ba kayo ng mga stories sa mga tawag dito, mga dishes na i-prepare nyo sa show or para may iba
Yes,
na?
meron din kami mga stories na kunwari meron kami mga stories na parang ito yung dating niluluto ni Lola at ngayon i-replicate natin. We're gonna try give it our own twist. Meron kami mga ganyang kwento.
Salamat po.
Thank you.
Thank you po, Sir Richard. Ang next po na magtatanong ay si Miss Rose Garcia of PEP. Hello po, Miss Rose.
Thank you and good afternoon, Iya and Jose.
Hello po.
Hi.
For Iya muna, Iya as a mom, ano yung mga do's and don'ts mo na food and sa cooking mo when it comes to your toddlers?
My don'ts would have to be, don't allow them to indulge in snacks soon before silang kakain ng main meal. Kasi ilang beses nangyari yun na parang, ba't parang busog siya? Ano bang kinain niya? Malalaman namin, nakalima pala siyang Oreo, mga ganun. Kaya that would definitely be one of my don'ts. Don't let them indulge in snacks before a main meal. Another is, I think a do would be to get them involved.
Okay.
Get them involved in the kitchen kasi madalas, di ba, when they're in the kitchen, madalas yung mga, I feel parents, ang hilig nating magsuway, tama ba? Sawayin na parang wag dito at makalat dito, nako madudulas ka dito, nako may mga kutsilyo dito, it's dangerous. Doon ka na lang, maglaro ka na lang doon. Ako, I really feel that if you let them get involved in the kitchen, the more interested they will be about what you're cooking and what they're going to eat.
So nakakasama mo na sila magluto talaga?
Yes! Yes, kahit nga sa pag-chop-chop, kahit minsan natatakot yung mga tao na, nako, he's gonna cut himself. But yeah, I really, as much as possible, I try to let Primo explore, and I really don't want to instill fear because I want him to want to experiment.
Pero sa pagkain, wala kang mga don'ts sa kanila na, hindi pwede tong food na to, hindi pwede tong, hindi nila pwede, hindi pa.
No, I don't have don'ts. My only don't is to not let them take in too much sugar.
Okay.
Yun talaga, asukal talaga yung kalaban natin. Kasi I mean, it's so good and it's so easy to eat so much of it. So, yun na yung pinaka-don't ko. Really try to control the amount of sugar that they take in.
And nagiging hyper din, di ba?
Di ba?
Yun na. So anyway, health, I know na pareho kayo ni Drew na may pagka-health buff, tama ba? Lalo na when it comes to food, may ganun ba? So paano nyo din yun na-incorporate sa mga kids? Bawal ba sa kanila yung mga junk food? Like chocolates, may limit. Ayan, sabi mo na nga kanina.
Ayan, may limit. Alam mo, nung una, we tried as much as possible na huwag silang payagan na kumain ng mga ganito, ng ganyan. Kasi syempre when they're with friends and then they see other people eating and even me, I'm guilty of indulging in a little bit of chocolate, in a little bit of sweets and desserts. So parang ang unfair ko naman kung biglang hindi, bawal ka nito. So I allow them, but it's really in moderation. You really have to give them a piece of it, but don't let them have so much of it. Ano pa ba? But I guess maswerte na lang din na since Drew and I are sobrang mahilig sa prutas. So, buti na lang. Kasi alam mo, malaking bagay yon kapag nakikita ng mga bata kung anong kinakain ng mga magulang. So, Drew and I eat, of course, we eat our vegetables, but we also, we like to snack on fruits. So, buti na lang, yun din ang hilig din ng mga anak namin.
So sa dinner ba, hindi na kayo nag-rice or something, more on fruits na lang ba kayo? Or typical Pinoy pa rin na talagang 3 meals?
Well, for the kids, typical Pinoy, may kanin pa rin. But for me right now, since I'm still trying to lose weight, pagdating ng 6 p.m., hindi na ako kumakain. I taken my last meal before then. So kung sakali magka-carbs ako, it's around 4 or 5 p.m. But for the kids, kain pa rin sila ng kanin at ulam.
Okay, thank you, Iya. Kay Jose, hello, good afternoon. As a host and chef ng Digital Live Well, ano din ba your asked na to invent yung mga bagong recipe and to show it? May ganun ba?
Ano na Miss Rose, naka-set na po yung recipes na gagawin po namin. So, execution na lang, delivering, and giving our inputs and tips about the recipe. Pero naka-set na po yung recipes po.
So, hindi ka pwedeng magbigay ng, let's say, ito yung new recipe na pwedeng mapanood, pwedeng gayahin ng mga viewers.
Pwede, for the next season. Wow! Next season agad!
Actually, yun nga. The good thing kasi sa mga recipes namin, Miss Rose, sobrang sarap na eh. So parang hindi mo na kailangan mag-add ng twist or what, I'm not sugarcoating it. I mean, as a chef, pag masarap talaga, for me, masarap talaga. And sa dishes we've done so far, talagang sobrang panalo niya. So no need to add like a twist or a personal touch. Like, for example, like sa UH, pag nag-unang hirit ako, they usually ask me, Chef, ano mo add na
sarap ng cake?
Anong pwede mong lagyan na twist sa recipe? Pero here sa show namin, parang wala nang kailangan i-twist kasi sobrang panalo na ng mga recipes.
Okay. So, kumusta ka, Jose, ngayon? Since you became Kapuso, are you satisfied? Are you happy so far sa mga nagagawa mo, nabibigay sa'yo ng network?
For sure, Miss Rose. I mean, I'm living my dream. So, once any person lives your dream and, it becomes a reality, sobrang nakakataba ng puso, sobrang happy. I don't take it for granted. Like last year was a hard year for everybody, but when I moved to GMA last year, I was so grateful with all the work that came in terms of like from Unang Hirit to Ajinomoto to guesting on other shows. And, I really, as I said, don't take it for granted. Talagang na-appreciate ko yung yung trust na binigay sa akin. Of course, nila Miss Tracy, si Sir Simon of Artist Center, handler ko si Wilfred. They really look for work for me talaga. And, it's been a blessing talaga, Miss Rose. I'm really happy that nakalipat ako dito and I'm being treated really well and everyone's been super nice and the blessings keep on coming in. So I'm just really grateful for all the work and that what's happening sa life ko ngayon.
Okay, thank you. Ito, for the two of you pa rin, for the both of you. How do you ngayon, since you're doing this Eat Well, Live Well show, no? So, kayo sa sarili nyo, paano nyo masasabing you really eat well and live well?
How could we say that we eat well, live well? I think we can say that we eat well and live well because of how we feel. We feel well. Because really what you put in your body will really determine how you're going to feel and how you're going to get through the day. And yeah, I mean, like I mentioned kay Kata, na parang I have those days when when I know I don't eat completely well. Nararamdaman ko eh. So I know when I know when I'm eating well and living well, but I also know when I'm not. But right now, I think I'm back on track with my eating. So yeah, right now I'm on the eating well, living well, so that I can stay well kasi nga gusto nating palakasin ang ating mga katawan, ang ating immune system because yan lang ang panlaban talaga natin ngayon sa COVID. So at saka sa kahit anumang sakit dyan. So it's really something that I want to do personally because I have a family. So this isn't just for myself, but also for my children and my family. Kaya I'm really making it a point to try to keep myself fit and healthy.
Okay, thank you, Iya. What about you, Jose?
Yeah, I think Iya touched on everything already. I think it's really the diet. So I think you're eating well, eating healthy, a lot of vegetables, a lot of, fish, a lot of chicken, veer away muna from the unhealthy stuff talaga kasi health is wealth as we all know. And syempre now sa pandemic, kailangan talaga yung diet natin is, healthy nga. And of course, at the same time, we still have to work out, make our body strong kasi everything that's going on now, parang sobrang hirap eh. Parang, you never know what could happen. I mean, knock on wood, when we're all safe here and we're all, blessed na we won't get or we will never get the virus. Pero syempre, to battle that, we have to have a really healthy diet and syempre at the same time, have a very active lifestyle, working out. So, it's a balance of two things with eating and of course, working out to become healthy and of course, to fight off this COVID.
Okay, thank you, Iya. And so, for my last question po, anyone from Ajinomoto, alam mo, parang, sorry pero parang feeling ko kailangan ko itawid tong tanong na to kasi I'm sure na I don't know kung familiar kayo o kung nakaka-aware kayo na with Ajinomoto, yung betchin nga po, na pinag-usapan kanina, parang merong connotation, is that true or hindi sinisiraan lang bang Ajinomoto na parang when you take it or you put it in your cooking, parang hindi siya healthy, na it can cause some disease. Na-aware po ba kayo dito?
Alright, so for that question, ako po ang sasagot dyan. So, actually, umami seasoning or the Ajinomoto umami seasoning, the MSG has always been studied, and in fact, it's one of the most studied food ingredients since the 1900s and up until now. And yung mga naririnig natin na ganyan is actually just a side effects. Kasi even if the studies have tried to replicate all those things na naririnig natin that is being related to the umami seasoning, none of which has proven any adverse effects on that umami seasoning. Kasi ang umami seasoning is basically a natural food. It came from sugar canes or cassava na ferment lang din siya, katulad ng how our soy sauces are actually being made. And it has not been proven to cause any adverse effects that we are hearing about it. So it's basically just a myth, a hearsay sa mga na nagsimula pa noong panahon pa, na nagsimula sa isang anecdotal Meaning, when we say anecdotal, it was just based on experience, but there has been no clear studies on it to prove it that it really does. So, in with a large controlled trials, clinical studies that has happened worldwide from then and until now, wala pa po tayong studies na nagpapatunay na it gives those adverse effects. So, hindi po siya totoo. It's actually just a myth. So, for information naman about that, marami tayong makikita sa mga reputable internet sources, actually. Makikita natin yan sa, actually, there's the International Glutamate Information Service. So, doon nilalagay lahat ng studies on it. And then you can also check FDA, which MSG was given as generally recognized as safe. And a lot of research studies, journals, na well-designed studies have shown na it gives benefits and hindi siya nagpapakita ng any adverse health effects. So, yun po siya. So, there's no truth to that.
Thank you po, ma'am. O yan, sabi po ni Alan Policarpio ng Inquirer, the West just demonized me.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Thanks, Miss Rose.
Thank you, Miss
Thank you po.
Rose. Mas takot ako sa asukal.
Thank you, Miss Rose.
That's what you should be afraid of.
True.
And our next question po will be coming from Romel Gonzalez of PEP. Hello po.
Hi.
Hi, Iya. Hi, Jose. Yung first question ko since tungkol sa pagkain, medyo hypothetical or cute. Iya, Jose, kung pagkain ka, ano ka at ba? Iya, you go first.
Man. Oh my goodness. Kung pagkain ako, ano ako, at bakit? Oh my goodness. Pwede ba ikaw muna, Jose? Teka lang, kailangan ko mag-isip pagkain eh.
I'm waiting for you to give your answer. Oh.
Kasi syempre, I'm torn between what kind of ulam or dish I should be. And then I'm also torn dun sa kung ano yung dish na gusto kong kainin. Ano bang gusto kong kainin? Ano ba talaga ako? Sige, Jose, baka kung may sagot ka na.
Ako naisip ko fruit Fruit siguro ako. Probably I'll go for
fruit.
Yes, fruit.
Anong fruit ka, Jose? Anong specific fruit?
Siguro ako, pineapple. Hard on the outside and sweet.
Bakit pineapple ka, Jose? Sweet and sour?
Pwede ganun po, Sir Romel. That's one of my favorite fruits, yung pineapple. So, yeah, I'll probably be a pineapple, Sir Romel.
Ikaw, Iya.
Ako? Sige, di prutas na lang din ako. Isa akong banana. Kasi yung mga
Bakit ka
unggoy, di ba
banana,
mahilig sila
Iya?
sa banana?
Ha? Ano na?
Kasi di ba yung mga unggoy, mahilig sila sa banana? I-feeling ko isa akong, para akong isang unggoy na para akong kiti-kiti na parang, I mean, it's just so silly. But really, it's also, it has been my favorite fruit pala ever since I was young na, ang kwento nga ng mami ko, nung bata pa lang ako, ninanakaw ko yung mga saging ng mga nag-aalaga sa akin. So I would be a banana, not only because does it taste good, but because of the sustenance that it brings. And it's so readily available. Yan. So readily available, parang ako, I'm just here. I'm here for you if you need me. Wow.
Cute naman ang mga sagot nyo. Although mas bet ko yata sinagot ni Jose ang banana.
sorry.
Anyways.
Jose, dapat pala yun yung sinagot mo eh.
For my last question, since nasa pandemic tayo ngayon, kapag natapos na ang pandemic and we can all go out and visit our friends, aside from your families or your girlfriend, sino ang taong una niyong gustong ipagluto at ano ang lulutuin mo? Hindi kasama ang family or girlfriend. You go first, Iya.
Wala eh. Kasi ang swerte ko eh. Napagluluto ko yung mga tao na kasama ko, yung mami ko, si Drew. Wala naman akong ibang tao dito na Well, wala talaga. Kasi mga nakikita ko naman eh. Yung mga malapit sa akin. If anything, I would love to go home to Australia and cook for my family there. Kasi ako kasi yung bunso eh. So, parati lang akong nakikikain ng luto ng mga ate ko or ng mami ko. So, actually, I have never, ever cooked for them. So, my sisters and my nephews and my niece are the people that I would love to be able to cook up something for.
Ano lulutuin mo? Adobo at giniling?
Torta, no? Tortang giniling.
Oo.
No, I would probably cook for them either a truffle pasta or spinach tomato with a pan-seared salmon.
Nakakagutom. So, ikaw, Australia, palagay ko si Jose, ibang bansa rin ang pupuntahan.
Ay, alam na. Alam na this.
We can't go to Japan yet, but yeah, well, sabi mo kasi Sir Romel, bawal girlfriend eh.
Pwede
So,
na, sige na nga, para makapunta ka ng Japan agad-agad.
well, sige, but actually, I was gonna say, kung hindi Japan for Maria, it would be San Francisco, kung saan naman based yung sisters ng dad ko. So,
yeah.
But they're Pinoy, so, of course, parang, well, they're half Pinoy, but I want to give them a dish na siguro based din sa series namin. Kasi they've been following it even kahit States sila eh. They check sa YouTube yung mga ginagawa kong mga recipes. And kahit nung first season, they're like, oy, sana you send us the recipe, ganun-ganun. So hopefully, kung makatravel sa States soon, probably cook for my dad's sisters in San Francisco.
Anong lulutuin mo doon, specifically?
It's a good question. Probably, there's this one recipe which I really enjoyed that we shot recently, which is with the Sarasola oyster sauce. I think something with that product, with any vegetable, with any vegetable na may Sarasola oyster sauce para matry din nila yung dish din. Because I think we really enjoyed that dish if you remember. That was a good.
We really enjoyed. Sabihin na natin kasi at least aabangan nila. Yung tofu mushroom sisig bibimbap. Oh my goodness, it was so good. Magugulat kayo kung gaano kadali lang siyang ginawa. As in, all we used to flavor the mushroom and the onions was Sarasola oyster sauce. That is it. That is it.
So
and the way everything tasted when it was put all together, napakasarap na inulit ko rin sa bahay. Kaya, kailangan yung abangan yung episode na yan.
Tama
Parang ang
si Romel.
sarap.
Kaya pupunta ko ng States, dala ko lang mga sachet lang.
Maraming arbor.
Thank you, Iya. Thank you, Jose. And
Thank
congratulations again.
Thank you po. Ang next po natin na magtatanong ay si Sir Atom Pornel of Pika Pika.
Hello po, good afternoon.
Hey, Sir Atom, good afternoon.
My question po is about cooking. Di ba yung cooking is a skill or is a talent and hindi naman lahat meron, no? So, ano yung message niyong dalawa ni Iya dun sa mga struggling sa pagluluto?
My message coming from someone who also once upon a time was just like you, that was very I was also very, what do you call it, intimidated by the kitchen. You know what, it's really just the time that you spend in the kitchen where you will gain the confidence and the courage to actually play around with what you have. Cooking can be so simple pala. It can be so simple and you can still cook up something really, really good. So you just have to get in the kitchen and you just have to get started. Yun lang naman yun eh. Find that one thing that you love to eat. You can even start with as simple as an egg. Start with an egg. Tapos eventually magsasawa ka rin naman sa egg, di ba? And eventually you're gonna try to find different ways para pasarapin pa at para to make it taste different and cook it in different ways. So I really feel you just need to give yourself the time and then you will figure it out. Parang feeling ko para siyang pagiging nanay. Walang manual, parang you don't know exactly what you're doing, but you're gonna figure it out.
Yeah,
How about you po, Chef?
I think Iya put it perfectly. I think it's the best time to practice your cooking skills at home. And you don't have to make anything super hard, super difficult, some gastronomical dish na kakaiba. Simplicity is the best way to a dish. You don't have to like buy expensive ingredients, to make your dish taste good. You can buy very simple ingredients, buy very fresh produce. And yun nga, at the end of the day, as long as you cook, with love and passion, hindi man kailangan maging professional chef para to make a good dish at home. I mean, like look at Iya, like when she started, now she's like, learning so much new things in the kitchen, and it's becoming very basic for her na rin. So I think she's right now. Just get started, and eventually, as time goes by, you're gonna eventually learn how to cook. It's gonna be like riding a bike. So I think just start cooking, then take it slow, then eventually magiging normal thing na yan sa buhay mo yung pagluluto.
Ang ganda naman nun. But follow-up question ko po sa inyo, since napanood namin kayo sa few episodes ng The Lost Recipe, how was the experience?
Yeah, it was my first acting gig with GMA. But the good thing about I was playing a chef, which I really am naman talaga. So it was fun naman. Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was my first acting role in GMA, and it was a small role lang naman, guesting siya, but I got to play a character which I actually do in real life, which made it much easier for me to portray. I was a chef, tinuturuan ko sila yung mga lead characters doon sa culinary school. So it was fun, as I said, playing something that you actually are in real life also. So it was a fun experience guesting on The Lost Recipes.
So hindi na nahirapan sa pag-a-adjust?
Parang hindi naman masyado.
Okay, last question ko po sa inyong dalawa. Since uso yung food deliveries ngayon dahil sa pandemic, so kung mag-food business kayo, ano po yung pinaka-specialty nyo na ibibenta?
Wow.
Kasi may mga ganyan, may mga celebrities na nagluluto din, tapos binibenta nila online. So kung kayo, let's say, mag-business din.
Okay, I have 3. 4, I have 4.
Yan na.
One
Sige
would
po.
be kare-kare.
Wow.
Second would be chicken balls, homemade chicken balls. Third would be chicken lumpia. And fourth would be my pancakes. I make really good pancakes. So, yeah.
Sana
Yan
lahat
yung
nakatikim.
Wala ka naman sa next tingnan natin, bro.
Pa-pancake. O, sige. Sige, bro. Sige
How about you,
ka.
Chef?
Guys pala. Ako, Sir Atom, I don't know kung cheat mode, but meron kasi akong restaurant sa Parañaque, sa BFO. It's called Avenue 75.
Ba,
And
nag-vlogging. Walang ya.
really take pride. I really take pride in our pizza because our pizza talaga is made from scratch. Yung dough namin talaga, doon ginagawa talaga. Recipe ko siya, so it's really handmade talaga. We don't buy our dough. And all our pizzas can cater to any kind of person. Kung veggie person ka, kung meat eater ka, kung gusto mo ng fruit sa pizza mo, kung gusto mo ng spinach or anything. We have 10 kinds of pizzas. And kung in terms of business, to venture out, kung papadeliver ako, which we actually do naman, I think it will be coming from my bar, yung pizzas ng Avenue 7.
Ayan. Dahil dyan, magpapapizza si Jose.
Jose.
Salamat sa papizza mo, Jose.
Ayan.
Thank you.
Got you.
Si Chef. At saka magpapapancake naman si Miss Iya.
Yeah.
Di ba may
Okay,
breakfast
so-
at lunch na kayo?
Tama.
Yes, tama. So, yun lang po. Thank you so much and congratulations for
Thank
the
you.
second season of your show. Thank you.
Po. Thank you, Sir Atom. Ang next po natin na question ay from Nathalie Tomada of Philippine Star. Ang question po niya ay, how has your health and fitness outlook and priorities changed by the pandemic? Ayan.
For me, it's just given parang all the more I know that what I'm doing for myself, for my body is right. Parang all the more kung pinapanindigan, I've become thankful because of the lifestyle that I had even before the pandemic started. So parang na-appreciate ko siya all the more because it wasn't a big adjustment. It was something that I kept on with so that I could stay healthy and stay strong for my family because that's really what we need. We can't rely on medicines and we can't rely on, well, like, this is what we have control over. So um, nothing really changed except that I know that I'm on the right path and it's something that I should really do. And also, I'd like to teach my family and my children to also do the same.
On my part, I think it's just my lifestyle still continued going on. Like I still work out a lot. Yung problema lang siguro na nagbago is you can't work out sa mga gyms na kasi nakakapraning with, with the virus and everything. So I did hit a wall last year na parang tamad na ako mag-workout, ganon. But then yun nga, may group nga kami nga, as I always say, sila Rojo, sila Raver, sila Marco Alcaraz. We have a Zoom group. So we always, motivate each other by working out together sa Zoom with our coach. And I think that's the best thing talaga in terms of, like, especially me, I live alone. So kailangan ko rin ng good support group pag nag-workout. So we have a good, we have a thing going on. Like we work out 3 to 4 times a week via Zoom lang. And it's fun because you support each other, not like in workouts, also in life, you give support each other, some problema, it's not just all working out. We share stuff about, life problems and stuff like this. So that's one thing. And of course, yung second, of course, is still eating healthy nga kasi nga with this pandemic going on, yung health is very important. So yun, basically just, lifestyle of working out and having a very good and healthy diet at the same time.
Ang follow-up question po niya ay, what are the advantages of having partners who share your passion for health and fitness?
Oh my gosh, it's such an advantage because it makes it so easy to step out of the house and to get in that workout without feeling guilty that you're leaving your husband and your family behind. I feel that when you have a partner who gives just as much importance to his health and his fitness, he respects the time that you take, or the time that you need for yourself to get better, to get stronger, and to get healthier. So I think that really is the advantage. Hindi mo na kailangan i-explain dahil maiintindihan na niya.
Yeah, I think if you have a partner who loves to work out and also is very conscious about, a diet, I think it helps out both ways. Kasi tulungan kayo, you push each other to become better.
Yeah.
Number one, di ba, Iya, you push yourself. I mean, you push Drew also, like, eat healthy, work out tayo. So, if both parties are on the same page, I think it's much easier, so to say, na parang, that goal of being healthy and of course looking good at the same time.
And because honestly, it gets hard because eventually you'll reach a point where magkakanya-kanya din kayo. And then you'll also reach a point where you'll get tired of working out alone. You'll get tired of parang tatamarin ka to think of a new workout. Tatamarin ka para pahirapan yung sarili mo na konti during a workout. So it's nice when you have a partner because then when you need help and when you need motivation and when you need someone to make you damay, you have your partner to ask. Especially during this pandemic, you can't just find a gym buddy that you would always join before sa kung anumang gym na yan. So at least, with someone that you live with, when you have these days where you struggle, you have someone that can also help you pull through.
Thank you po. Ang next question naman po natin ay from Sir Jojo Panaligan of Rider PH Studios. Ang question po niya, what do you both think of slow living movement that has become more popular this pandemic? Do you go for minimalism and simplifying your lives, including the food choices you make?
Parang na ako nga lang narinig yung slow-moving kineso na yan eh. Ano ba yan? Ano slow-moving kineso na yan? So simplifying life? Yeah, I guess. Because I feel that with this pandemic, parang now is not the time to complicate things, to look for more. I think this pandemic has taught us to learn to live with what we have and to be content with that. I think this pandemic has also helped us discover that we are actually living with so much more than what we actually need. I think that's why a lot of people have been decluttering. And to their amazement, parang they discover things na parang, teka lang, ilang taon na to sa akin, hindi ko pa siya nagagamit. I guess hindi ko siya kailangan. And then when they get rid of so much and they're left with just a few things, it makes them realize na, okay, ito lang pala talaga yung kailangan ko. So yeah, I guess somewhat yes. Somewhat yes.
Yeah.
I say that and look at the clutter in my house. Kasi ang daming parating dumarating. But I would really love to permanently adapt and have that simple kind of lifestyle.
Yeah, I think I agree with Ia completely. I think, as I said nga kanina, simplicity is the best thing right now, especially during a pandemic. We can't really complicate our lives now with so much things going on. And, I think with this pandemic, it put everything into perspective. Small and big things are like changing everywhere when it comes to life, your friends, your family, your vacations, your food. It really changed everything. So for me, I think, just keep your life simple. I think still have a healthy diet, always work out, and the small things now we appreciate more. As Ia said nga na, you see something there you never used for like how many years, and you see it, and then now you can use it. And you can't do it outside of your house or your condo. So yeah, I think the simple life now would be the best until this whole thing really ends talaga. Kasi if we complicate our lives, mas lalong mas stress lang tayo, and we'll have more problems. So as they say nga, simple life is the best life.
Okay. And for our next question po, from Tita Neats Morales of Bulgar. Ano ang new dishes na i-introduce ninyo sa season 2?
Oh, we have a few.
Yeah, I mean, we just hindi lang siya dishes. May Thai dishes kami, may Korean dish din kami. So, hindi lang siya basically, okay, we're gonna make a dish with Ajinomoto. It's more of also may mga theme din yung mga recipes for this season, which we kind of tried nga. Our first shooting days was pretty exciting kasi sobrang sarap ng mga recipes na gawa namin. One was a Korean-based dish, yung isa naman was Thai. So, it was really kind of interesting na kailangan niyo talaga abangan tong mga recipes na gagawin namin ni Cuz.
Yes. At saka we'll be tackling a lot of kunwari, like what to do with leftover food. We'll be doing a dish on what we can do with that. Different ways to cook egg. Kasi nga, di ba, the perfect way to start for those who aren't confident in the kitchen. Parang, di ba, there's so much you can do with eggs. So parang we're gonna show them different ways that they can cook egg. And tulad ng sinabi nga ni Chef Jose, we have a Korean dish, we have a Thai dish, we have specialty dishes for when you want to celebrate something special at home for some bonggang occasion pero hindi kayo makalabas para mag-celebrate. We have a dish for that kind of occasion. So yeah, ang dami. And sobra kaming natutuwa ni Jose with every recipe that we cook together, and lalo na with every recipe that we get to taste after. After we cook it.
Okay. Ang next question po ay from Lito Maniago of Balita. For Miss Iya, malaking factor ba yung pagiging hands-on mom mo to your kids? Kung bakit daw hook din yung mga nanay sa show?
You know what? Possibly because I guess when they see the kind of mom I am and how engrossed I am with my children, I guess they can relate with the kind of challenges that. So I think with that, it'll make them interested to see how I work in the kitchen and the kind of challenges that we will be tackling, not just as Iya, but as a mom, which is something that they also relate to. Because I think that's a major for a lot of moms having to juggle so many things around. We have 101 things to do, and yet even if we're stuck at home, it still feels like we're running out of time. It still feels like we don't have enough time. So I know that they'll be able to relate sa mga ganong mga challenges. So yes, that's why I think they'll enjoy all the quick recipes, but all the very yummy and delicious and healthy recipes that we have prepared for them.
Okay. And for our final question na po from Ruel Mendoza of PEP. Are they willing to tape the show on location like sa restaurants or open market? Since okay na mag-taping sa labas, the show can help resto businesses and other produce distributors to get back on their feet.
Medyo mahirap because well, maybe I'm not the right person to answer that. Anybody from AGI, would you like to answer that? We have a sete, so probably not for this season. But should we have another season, and should the theme should it be fitting for a different kind of theme where we can work with different kinds of kitchens in different settings? I mean, possibly. Miss Justine?
Hi, yes. Okay, so actually, thank you for the question, no. Regarding that, yung shooting sa onset and whatnot na hindi kitchen, of course, we can always consider that because Ajinomoto doesn't just have retail products. We have food service products that different restaurants use as well. So we can always explore that one. But for this season, we're focusing on talking to the moms who cook at home. So for now, it's really better that we show a kitchen set, a home setup. So yun po. But of course, it's always consideration. And aside from that, right now kasi 'di ba hindi pa rin ganun ka safe and everything. So that's still our top priority naman po. Mm-mm. But thank you. Maganda siyang idea. We will of course consider that for next time.
Yun, no? Season 3.
Oh.
All right. And that concludes po our question and answer for today, mga kapuso. Thank you so much for
Wow!
Thank you so much for all your questions. And we will now proceed to the group photo op. For our first virtual photo op, we would like to request our other guests and attendees to please turn off their respective cameras. So for our first virtual photo op, Paul, we will only have on screen Miss Iya, Chef Jose, and our Ajinomoto representatives, Miss Justine, Miss May, Miss Deborah, and Miss Day. And okay, so I will do the counting na po. Please look at the camera and smile. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Smile. And one more po for safety. 3,
Ayan, may
2,
makiki-join.
3, 2, 1. And thank you po. And for our second photo op, we will have naman po on screen still Miss Mia, Chef Jose, and with our with Miss Jenny Cordova. And from sales and marketing, we have Miss Riza, Miss Malu, Sir Jerome, and Vice President for Corporate Affairs and Communications, Miss Angel Javier Cruz. Are we complete na po? Not yet. Okay, so I will do the counting na po. 3, 2, 1. Smile. And one more po. 3, 2, 1. Smile. Ayan, and that's it po for our virtual photo op. Before we officially wrap up this event, may we call on na lang po again Miss Iya and Chef Jose for their final message. Of course, can we take this time na rin po to promote the premiere of the second season of Eat Well, Live Well, Stay Well beginning July 22, Fridays at
July 2.
July 2, I'm sorry. 11:20 a.m. Fridays on GMA Network. Ayan, let us start po with Chef Jose.
Yeah, first off, I just want to thank the Ajinomoto family for, still sticking with me for the second season. I'm so grateful for the work they've been giving me with this second season nga. So hopefully I make them proud, and hopefully for more seasons to come. Also want to thank the whole production. We really worked hard on this, from Atelani, Miss Jen, of course with Iya, my partner sa show, as in really worked hard for this. So hopefully you guys enjoy pag kumere na siya. And of course to my Artist Center family, Sir Simon, Miss Tracy, and my handler, Kuya Will. Thank you also for supporting me. And yeah, hopefully you guys watch this season, as in sobrang sarap and kakaiba yung mga dishes namin. Very affordable, yung mga ingredients, kaya-kaya nyo gawin sa bahay ninyo. And of course, will taste so much better. And of course, healthier using, of course, Ajinomoto. So hopefully you guys check it out.
Miss Iya?
Yes, first of all, I want to thank you guys for joining us this afternoon. Thank you for your time. I know that a lot of the stuff that we do now is from home, but like I said a while ago, even though we're just at home, it still feels like we're running out of time. So thank you for the time that you shared with us. Of course, I want to thank Ajinomoto, the Ajinomoto family. I have to be honest and say that, through this, it gave me a chance to learn more about the product and realize that there really isn't anything to be afraid of. Who was it a while ago that asked about MSG? Yeah, I also had the same thoughts, and I'm sure that Jose did as well. But as we researched on the product, of course, before doing this, we learned more about it, only to discover that it's all natural and that there really is nothing to be afraid of. And it is really such a great tool in the kitchen, I have to say, for the moms who need to whip up something good and something healthy, and yet still something tasty for the kids. This season is really something for you guys. So do please tune in July 2, 11:20 a.m. right before Eat Bulaga. Eat well, live well, stay well, so that you can see all our new recipes. Also in this season, kasi dun sa first season, you didn't see as much of Chef Jose in the kitchen. Well, dito sa season 2, Jose and I will be together the whole time, working and collaborating together in the kitchen. So that's also something else that you.
Writer. H. Studios.